This is the next part of the video on application problems using percent equations. And this will be problems or letters G through L. So 6 more problems using application. In Blackboard, you can find a copy of this. I put a chart in there that shows some proportion percent equation, and then for applications, kind of how those things line up. What's the amount, what's the percent, what's the base? This can be helpful if you're getting confused about what goes where. So you might want to download that and use it. Okay, so Rosie borrowed $4,000 for 2 years at 6% simple interest. How much interest will she have to pay, and what is the total amount that she has to pay back? So if we're doing amount for our equation equals percent times base, the base here is going to be the 4,000 because that's what she's borrowing, and the amount she has to pay is a percent of that. So I'm going to be looking for X, which is the amount how much interest she'll have to pay, equals the percent is 6%, which in decimal form would be 0.6 times $4,000. So I simply multiply, and that will give me the interest for 1 year. And we get X equals $240. Now, is that the answer to our problem? Always ask yourself when you get an answer, yeah, I did all the math, but is that what they're asking for? Well, they want to know how much interest she'll have to pay, but they said it's 2 years. So she'll pay twice that much interest. It's 240 for 1 year. So 240 times 2 is $480 for 2 years. What's the total amount that she has to pay back? Well, she's not going to pay back just the interest. She borrowed that amount of money. She's going to have to pay back the $4,000 plus the interest. So she's going to pay back $4,480. Okay. Lucy works in a bridal shop. She makes 7% commission on all sales. If she sells $18,000 worth of dresses, how much money will she make from her commissions? So on that chart that I showed you, it shows us that the commission, how much money she'll make, is the amount. So that's the X. And it's 7%, put 7 in decimal form, of the $18,000 worth of dresses she sold. So again, I'm going to just multiply to get the amount. And comes out to $1,260. So that's how much she made in commission on $18,000 worth of dresses. Another one here. Kelly went to Penny's and bought towels. The towels came to $44 before tax. If sales tax is 6%, how much will she have to give to the cashier? So there's sort of 2 ways to do this. Let's just do it the more traditional way first. We're looking for the sales tax, and that's going to be the amount because it is a percent of, and their sales tax is 6% of the amount you spent or the amount of the product. So 6% of $44 is $2.64. Is that what she'll pay the cashier? No, she has to pay the 44 plus the 264. So $44 plus $2.64. She'll pay $46.64. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it is figure that she's going to pay 100% for the towels, so that's 100%, plus the 6%, so 106% together of the original price of the towels. And if you figure that out, then you don't have to add it in later. So I'm going to do 1.06 times 44, and I get $46.64. So you can do that either way. So Raphael bought a stereo that was on sale for 25% off. If the original price was $350, what was the price he paid before taxes were added on? So if it's 25% off, be careful that you realize that there's a difference between off and of. In an ALEKS class, I know this drives students crazy because ALEKS will switch back and forth between the discount was they paid 27, they got 27% off, and then the next problem will be they paid 85% of the original price. So we can either figure it from the off, which is how much discount there would be. So we're looking for the amount, which is the discount, so that we can subtract that from the original price. So if you have 25% of the $350, which would be $87.50, that's the discount. So you have to take the $350 and subtract the $87.50 to get the price that you paid before taxes are added on. So I'm going to have to borrow here. So the original price minus the discount came out to $262.50. The other way to approach this problem is if it's 25% off, that means you're paying 75% of the original price. So if I take 100% and subtract the 25%, that's the discount, I'm paying 75%. So I could work it out that way too, that the amount, this time it's going to be how much I'm actually paying for the item. If it's 75% of the original price, and if I do the math for that, I will get $262.50, and I don't have to do the extra addition or subtraction. So two ways to do that one. Same thing can happen here. So the local coffee shop charges $5.99 for a coffee and a breakfast sandwich. The owners decided they want to raise their prices by 6%. What will the new price be for coffee and a breakfast sandwich, round to the nearest cent? So one way to do it is to figure what 6% of $5.99 is. That's how much they'll be raising it by, and then add that to the $5.99. So the amount here I'm looking for is the increase in the cost, which is 6% of $5.99, which is 0.3594. So that would be the increase, 36 cents. If we rounded this up, it'd be 36 cents increase in price. So then I would need to take the $5.99 for the original price and add the 36 cents. And I get $6.35 for the new price. The other way I could do that is instead of just doing the 6% increase, I could say it's going to be 106%. So the 100% is the original price, add on the 6%, and you have 1.06 as your decimal times $5.99. And if you multiply that out, you get $6.3494. Again, we'll round $6.35. So two ways to do that one also. And our final problem. A printer that sells for $225 was marked up to $234. What is the markup rate? So when I was doing that chart and I showed you the one that you could find in Blackboard, if you're finding a markup, the amount is the markup, the percent is the markup rate, the base is the cost of the item. So the markup is the difference in price between $225 and $234. So they marked it up to $234, which means it was a $9 markup. So if the markup was $9, it equals what percent of the original price? So really, we usually do this as 225 times X, divide by 225. And this will give us the percent or the markup rate. And I get X equals 0.04. So if I want to call that, that's the decimal, I need a percent. So 0.04 times 100 gives me, times 100%, sorry, gives me 4%. So it's a 4% markup rate.